Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm Kathy Michelle, and I coach educators and beginning entrepreneurs and aspiring authors on how they can combine the experience that they already have with savvy business skills to create additional streams of income. And I want to thank you for joining me. This session will be about what to charge for your digital products and services. Okay, so I've had these questions a lot. I hear people say, I don't know if it's too much or too little, things like that. So I wanted to kind of break it down, give you some help, and see if I can be of service to you so you can kind of figure out what to do and so you can get what you need and also provide the services and products that others need. Okay, so let's move it right along. Our first slide there. So let's look at ebooks and paperback books. Okay, so this is probably the easiest way to get your products and services out there to people. It's probably the fastest way as well. And I would say even, if you do it right, it can be, lucrative, depending on how you market, whether you, take it a step further once you have your ebooks and turn them into classes or workshops or what have you. Okay, so there's lots of different things you can do to move your books and things along. So this is a screenshot of actually one of my books that I have on Amazon right now. And as you can see, the pricing that I have for my books. So the top one says Kindle ebook. So you can see it's an ebook, and that is $9.99. And then for the paperback book, it's priced a little bit higher, $14.99. So obviously it costs more to manufacture a paperback book. So that's why I charge more for my paperback books versus my ebooks. But also what you have to consider is how much royalty you want to receive. So for those of you who don't know, on Amazon, there's different royalty levels for paperback and ebooks. Okay, so for ebooks, you can either choose a 35% royalty or you can choose a 70% royalty, and that's off of each book. And basically, it's just how much money you want to take off or receive, should I say, from selling one book. So let's say you have a book that's $10, okay? So do you want to get 70% of that $10 or do you want to get 35% of that $10? So it's totally up to you. That's a decision on your own. And you just decide that, and then you put your price up there, and there you go. You also need to consider how many pages your book are, and like what is your competitor, or who are your competitors, should I say. So your competitors would be whoever else is in that niche, and you would easily go on Google, okay, or go on Amazon, type in the topic. So let's say this is, my teen entrepreneur book. So if I type in teen entrepreneur into Amazon or Google, I want to see what comes up. So when I see what comes up, I'm like, oh, okay, there's these books here and they're priced at that. Then I'll go and see, okay, what is it ranking? How many page numbers are in that book? How many have they sold? Those types of things. And then that helps me decide, oh, okay, I want to price my book, of course, competitively. So I don't want to price it too low, but I don't want to price it too high. So I would see, where would I fit in the middle? It might be $1 more than the other person, or it might be $1 less. Just kind of depends on how you want to play it, and you can always change the price whenever you feel like it. That's the wonderful thing about Amazon and, being a self-published author. You can change it whenever you feel like it, right? Because I know my first book, I think my first book I charged 99 cents, and then I think I raised it $1 each year. I was just like, oh, just see how it sells. Sometimes people will buy a whole bunch of 99-cent books because they're 99 cents. While others might be like, oh, it must be, cheap if it's only 99 cents. So you just never know who your customer base is. So you just, you try things out and see what works for you. Okay. So those are a couple of things to consider. Now with paperback books, again, if you're doing it on Amazon, there is a 40% royalty or a 60% royalty. So once again, it's just totally up to you and what you decide, you want to take home from each sale of the book. And you can price your book anywhere, like I mentioned, from 99 cents to $200. Okay, it's totally up to you, and you decide between those two price points for your royalties. Okay, so moving right along to the next slide. Let's look at online courses. Okay, so e-courses. So again, this is a screenshot of my online courses. I have courses on Side Hustle College .teachable.com. That's where my courses lie. I do have some courses on my website, but most of them I'm transferring them over to the Teachable website platform because it's just, for me, I just prefer it to be there. And as you see, the prices range. I have some things that are $9, some things that are, $55, some things that are $29, other things that maybe have videos, workbooks, just all these extra things. Of course, I'm going to charge more. So it totally depends on what's in your online course. And that, kind of sets the tone for how you want to price it. Again, check your competitors, okay? If you Google or go on a Teachable and, look up the different courses that are out there, you'll see that they're ranging, again, from like $10 to $500 or even more, depending on what's included. So you might, look at your niche, again, see where your courses that might be about what you want to do a course about, or you have a course already, and you want to be somewhere close, not too far ahead, and of course not too far below, but, close, within, $5, $10, $20, of whatever course is out there, okay? So consider the number of hours it took you to create the course. So if it took you, let's say, 10 hours to create the course, you're not charging people according to how long it took you to do it. But let's say it takes someone 5 hours to finish the course. So that's a pretty, bulky course. So you want to charge accordingly. You might be in the $200 to $500 range for, of course, it's 5 hours, because more than likely you're also giving them, some worksheet pages. You might be giving them a video tutorial, things like that. So think about those types of things, how many modules, lessons, all that thing comes into play when you are figuring out your prices. But anywhere pretty much between $10, let's say if it's just like a little refresher course on how to, plant some seeds or something like that, so it could be $10, it could be, like I said, over $500. It just really depends on how much you're putting in there, how many hours of work, lessons, modules are you providing that student, okay? So let's go on to the next slide. And let's see, the webinars, lives, or master classes, okay? So whatever your comfort zone is, not everybody likes, going live and being on camera. So for example, right now, my face is not on camera, so you're looking at a PowerPoint. Some people choose to do everything as a PowerPoint and they never show their face, and some people don't have a problem showing their face and it's all them. It's all totally up to your comfort zone. Again, with webinars and master classes and live, it depends on pretty much what is your purpose. So like when I do these Facebook Lives, Sometimes my purpose is to just inform or to answer questions or to, get information if people are asking things, I'm just kind of gathering data. Or it could be that I want to promote something. Maybe I have something that I want to promote. If I'm doing, turning my lives into actual classes, then I'm going to make sure I hit, certain things in my outline or in my step by step, so that is, like online class ready. Because most of the time we take whatever lives we're doing and turn them into courses, and we charge for it. Or we might just charge just for this, entire video. It might be like, okay, I'll charge $20 just for someone to see this video of mine. So again, it ranges. It could be anywhere from $25 all the way up to $200, depending on what you're teaching, depending on what the result of the video or webinar or class it is. So if they're going through a master class and they get some kind of, CPR certificate or, sales degree or whatever it is from it, then the results are worth, paying $500 for that master class or $200 for that master class. Also, with this one, it definitely time is a factor. So I've taken a master class where it lasted almost half the day. I think it was a 5-hour master class. I mean, that's like 5 hours straight, okay, of listening and following and filling in workbooks. And, it was just like being in a college course. So, that person would definitely charge, $100 or more for that class. So they're giving up their time to teach the master class, whether it be live or recorded. They're still giving up that time. So sometimes, you do Instagram Live, Facebook Live, whatever, and it's free. Okay. Sometimes you turn those lives into a class or a webinar, and then you charge for it. Like I mentioned, anywhere between $25 to $200, depending on how much time it's taking. Like in this screenshot, some of these are tutorial videos, and they are included in a package for my online classes. Some of these are just free lives that I did on Facebook, and some are part of a series of promotional videos that I did. So it just really, like I mentioned before, it really depends on your purpose for doing the video. It might be promotional, might be as something that you're going to repurpose into a course or sell it as a masterclass. So keep all that in mind when you are creating your classes. All right, let's move on to the next slide. So, coaching and consulting, whether it's one-on-one or group, okay? So this is a screenshot from my Facebook page? Yeah, my business Facebook page. And it's a part in there where you can have services, and you can list out services. So in the services section, I have where I offer my coaching session for an hour. It's currently at $97. And I offer a free Chat with Kat coaching service as well. So it can be free, and that's how you get your email subscribers. That's how you get your leads. That's how you get some data on what people need, things like that. So a lot of people give some kind of free coaching. You don't have to, but a lot of people do. And then if they want to work with you one-on-one, you give them, your rate, okay? 97, is probably middle price. Some people might charge $200 an hour, It just depends on how you feel about giving of your time. If your time is precious and you only got like 3 hours of free time per day, then yeah, you're gonna have to charge like, okay, $200, to talk, because that's your precious time, okay? And whether someone needs, the full hour, or, they need 2 hours, that's up to them. But whatever you charge, they need to know that if it's, 45 minutes, they're still going to be charged that full price of an hour, or however you choose to price it. Okay? But most coaching and consulting kinds of services, like I said, some do a little bit of free, and most do, higher price for one-on-one coaching. Some people really like doing group coaching, and your price might be lower because it's group coaching. You might have 5 or 6 people that you're coaching at one time, whether it be via Zoom or Facebook groups or what have you, but you might lower your price a little bit because you're coaching more than one person at a time. So anywhere between free, really, and I've seen some coaching up to $5,000. Depends on where you are in your business and how you, market yourself. Are you at the top of your field, are you providing some kind of transformation to where when they finish, coaching with you after 6 weeks or 3 months or whatever, then they have, their real estate license or what have you, or they can now open up their, restaurant because they're basically consulting you on how to open a restaurant. These are just things I'm throwing out here because coaching, can range from, okay, I'm just going to talk to you on the phone to, full-on consulting where they are talking to you, weekly, emails, video conferences. Yeah, you're going to be charging $5,000 for that. Let's say someone has to bring you to where they live. That's flight, that's hotel, transportation. So depending on where you are at your level, if you're consulting like that, then yeah, you're going to charge your worth. Okay. All of that is in there. So just, again, check your competitors, check your new coaches, check your seasoned coaches, and see where you fall. Okay. See where you land with that one. Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. And that is when you do in-person speaking events or workshops, things like that. These are just a couple of pictures from a few of the speaking engagements and workshops that I've done in the past. Sometimes I do them for free. If it's in my school district, I do them for free. It's just giving me more marketing, putting my word out there, putting my services out there to the target audience, which are educators for me. So what better way for me to market myself than to do a free, workshop, okay? And then I did, other kinds of workshops for kids and workshops for, beginning entrepreneurs, things like that. It just kind of depends on, again, your purpose. If you're just doing it to market and get yourself out there, then you either do it for free or you do it, in exchange for, something else, in exchange for an ad in their little booklet, okay, or putting, yourself on the flyer, like the Teen Talk one, you can see myself as on the flyer, it's putting yourself out there. So it's getting some free marketing, even though you're doing something for free. If you're doing, of course, a bigger engagement, then you have to, include all your incidentals and travel expenses and how long are you standing up there talking. It's an all-day workshop. This is a short workshop. All those things come into play, okay? So that is what I have to share with you about how you can figure out what to charge for your digital products and services. Do you need help getting started with your digital products and services? As I mentioned before, I offer 30-minute coaching with me, and you can go to bit.ly chat with Kat and schedule your free 30-minute coaching call with me. If you're interested in any of my online classes, that's available at sidehustlecollege.teachable.com, and I have classes on how to write an ebook and publish it on Amazon, how to create an online course, how to start writing your book, how to figure out your marketing, how to go from brainstorm to business. So check them out, see if you need anything. I am very open to, helping you out. Sign up for that free coaching call and we can work out a plan just for you, okay? So I hope this has helped you get an idea about how to charge for your digital products and services. Not too much, not too little, know your worth, and check your competitors, okay? Research, research, research. A lot of that has to do with researching to see who does what in your niche and how you would fit into that same kind of pricing scale, okay? All righty, have a great day. Bye.